Hello, hello, hello. Okay, that's an awkward pause, but I feel I want to give a little context to what's happening. And I feel it's important to give in this context right now, so I'm just going to begin there. This is probably my first live on my Facebook personal page ever. I did not do it even when I started as a mentor back in 2023 December. I didn't come live here. I came live on Instagram, but not here. And while I was sitting here holding my phone for the past almost 8 minutes like this, deciding what will I talk about, I went through a lot of stories in my mind, and then I just landed on a very simple one, which is probably a very stressed experience for anyone who has ever tried to do something different, that they have not known anyone in their circle, or not having spent time with people who have done the different things, the things that require more vulnerability, the things that require more courage, and the things that require a lot of contemplation behind the scenes. It's hard. I know it. I've done it. And what's even harder is when I began as a coach, as a mentor, as a healer in 2023 December, the context was different. I had come out of a very difficult period in my health and in emotionally taking care of myself along with my physical challenges. The context was very different when I had come to that point in December 2023, when I decided that, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to help people. And then eventually the context changed. I wanted to build something from what I could do as a coach. I wanted to build a business. I wanted to help more people, but there was not much clarity around how to do it. There were people who were doing it, but nothing was clicking for me. And I'm also a dentist, so I couldn't let go of the dentistry career for me. I couldn't do that. And the more I would think about it, I would always come back to feeling that if I cannot give it up, that means there is something more that I'm meant to do in this career. So I'm just going to go with it. And I've allowed myself to stay with it. I've allowed myself to go really all in, because last year I actually just studied for another exam to pursue dentistry in a different country. I did that. And all that time in 2024, when I was not actively working with any mentorship client, I did continue my inner work. I did continue the work that I would do as a coach, because there was so much tangled expression about how to take care of a business, how to be a mentor, how to find connection, how to give service and build a business based on that. And also feel that this is going to work out, even if I cannot really see how, even if I have not found the person, the people who are doing it the way that it would feel good to me. I did not find them till then. And it takes much more than being vulnerable to go out in the world and see that what you want to do will matter. It takes a lot more than vulnerability. It takes bravery beyond measure, because you could probably sit down in a corner and keep writing in your journal about your experiences and the breakthroughs and everything that's happening inside you. I've done that. the whole last year I did that. I have a very small group of people who were with me in a long-term membership who I would work with, but because of my exam I had also decided to postpone their live sessions, and they were so kind and amazing and understanding that they were like, cool Sonika, go do the exam and will be here. So I went back after writing my exam. I created more live sessions for them, and we went through those sessions, and each topic that I talked about in those live sessions with them were amazing. It felt like I moved world with them. And when I came back this year in October, when I finally decided, okay, it's time, I want to go back. There is so much that needs to be out there in the world, without needing an evidence or proof that it would matter. It was more about trusting that it matters, that I bring it out. How it lands, who it helps, they're already there. I don't need to find them. They will find this work. They will find this space. They will find that courage inside of them to look for the answers that they have been wanting to live with. Yeah. So that is what was the inspiration behind creating this new masterclass, which is Her Infinity. And it goes so much beyond what I've experienced. It's not just from my experiences. It is not just from the wisdom that I've learned. It has come from a place that I like to call is the center inside me, center inside anyone, the soul, the universe, the God zone from my new mentor. She calls it God zone, the divine zone, the flow, the download, the channeling, the inspiration. You can give it any name, but how I would like to describe it is, I am resting and then there's this voice that says, this is the name I want this program to have. This program needs to be called Her Infinity, because we are going to talk about receiving. We are going to work on how to change how you receive and how you limit yourself from receiving. And receiving can be anything. It can be as small as receiving joy in your life, or it can be as impactful as money, receiving money, building wealth, receiving opportunities, a new career, good clients, good business partner, good home, happy relationships, harmony. So it can be receiving of anything, but how so many people block that within themselves because they have so many stories about why receiving is not going to be possible for me. And then they spend a lot of time trying to work through those stories. And all of that is happening when the person is working in the frequency of lack. They are feeling they lack the answers. They are feeling they lack the right tools. They are feeling they lack the right resources to find the answers, to receive the answers. But when you rise above that frequency, what comes is when you rise in the trust, when you rise in the possibility, when you rise in the frequency of, okay, this is infinite. I will receive it. That's not in question. But who am I when I'm receiving it? Am I ready? Am I going to be able to make what I need to make of what I receive? Because when a person receives love, are they really receiving love? Are they really enjoying? Or are they rushing to show gratitude, to show that, oh my God, I received it, I'm so happy about it? Are they truly in it? I'm not saying that these things cannot be done at the same time. What I'm saying is, when you are learning, when you are healing, when you're on a journey, all of these steps, they are not very clearly demarcated from one and the other. They are so merged that receiving in stillness, in quietness within you, allowing an experience to move you from inside you is is on a different plane altogether. It's really on a different plane altogether. It doesn't come with rush. It brings you peace. It brings you satisfaction. And I want people to experience that. I want women to experience that. I want women, as you probably have heard, like, many women don't know how to take compliments. Many men also don't know how to take compliments. But it's not just about taking the compliment. It's about accepting it inside you that, oh, I am beautiful. I look really good today. This is a great dress. Your hair look nice. Feeling it, allowing it to really fall deep inside your body, and the experience moving you to take care of yourself even more. Not because you need the validation from the other person or anyone else, but you love yourself so much that you can hold that effort intentionally. And that's when the efforts start to feel effortless. That's when these boundaries don't have to be there. That's when you don't have to feel like, oh, this is going to take so much work. This is going to be so stressful. There is so much that I want to talk about. And that's why I think this masterclass had to be free. These 3 days that I have in her Infinity Masterclass, they had to be free. They just had to be. And as I said, I didn't know how to do the business. I didn't know how to do the business part at all as a mentor. I tried to learn from a lot of coaches. I tried to try how they were doing it. It didn't sit well with me, and I'm glad it didn't sit well with me, because that's not how I was meant to do. I was meant to do it from a place of fullness, which I'm doing now. I was meant to give so much, because there is so much that I have. And when it's infinite, when you are giving from a place of infinite, you're not afraid of being hurt. You're not afraid of the disappointment. You hold giving, sharing, receiving, and all these dynamics way above the regular trust, lack, these equations. You hold them above all of these. And that's what I'm talking about. That's in different tangents, because I have so many tangents about all of these things. And I love that there's so much that can come through for just 2 words that I have, and it can cover so much for so many people. So the link for the free masterclass is also connected to this video. I don't know how that works. I'm still figuring it out. This is the first live on Facebook page. So yeah, I'm still figuring out, but I did connect the link here. The link is also in my stories if you want to go and join from there. You can. If you enter the masterclass, there is already a replay for the day 1, which I did on 16th of December. You will find it in the guide section. And there is also an activation which I recorded for the beautiful, amazing people who are already in this group. And this information with calibration is so important for anyone who's experiencing life. That's all I'm going to say. It is not even about you're going through something, so come and watch this. No, it's not about that. It's about you are at a certain level in your life and you feel there is a ceiling that you've hit now. And it can be in anything. It can be in your daily experience of life itself. It can be how you are in relationship with your children. It can be how you are in a relationship with your partner, with your parents, with your family, friends. It can be about any of that. And you can shift your source. You can shift the limitation, and you can come into, there is so much more that can be there. And how can I channel that? Who can I be when I'm channeling from that place? How is that of service to the people who I am channeling this for myself and for them and for all of us, right? So come into the masterclass, join it if you feel it in your heart, and if you're ready, really ready to choose yourself, this is the best place to start choosing. Take that choice, make that choice from your heart. The mind has limits sometimes because it often looks for limits. It often looks for fears. It often looks for things that are needed to be taken care of, so you can do something, right? So mind, until you really train it at that level where it sees things beyond logic, till then you gotta go with your heart, and then you can combine your heart, your mind, your soul, and all of that, and then you are flowing, you're flying, you are creating so much more beauty and so much more impact. And you're going beyond just being vulnerable. You are going into a different destiny for yourself, and that's amazing to have. It's beautiful when you learn to live that way, and however you've been living, it serves you. It definitely serves you. That's why you're doing it that way. But I want to tell you that there is so much joy, and you feel that you want more of this joy. You want to create from this different place, not because there is something wrong in your life and you need to fix it, but because you desire it, because you desire more, because you desire to have more, you desire to be more, you desire to create more. That's the frequency this masterclass is working on. That's the frequency I'm bringing into each call that is coming up. So today's call will be in another 2 hours, the live call, and I will see you there. You can join the group and be live in the call, and then we'll go about what powerful things are there that I am so excited to share. And it is so lovely to be here, and thank you so much, Ruchi, Kaushiki, Prachi, ma'am, Jyoti, and anyone else who joined in between. I love that you guys joined. It's beautiful. And if you have any questions, I think you can ask me the questions. As I said, I'm still trying to figure out where the things are. But yeah, if there are any questions that you want to ask me, you can go ahead and ask me. Okay, yes, it is enabled. And I love that you were there for a moment in time, and it's beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'm going to end this call, and you can DM me and I can share the details about anything else over there in how to work with me. I have so many things that I'm bringing up, but this one is just the most amazing start to it. This is just the most beautiful start to it. I love you. Thank you for watching, being here. Bye.